What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Flames back at it again with another video. Today we're gonna be reading out of Exodus 26. Um, I don't know if some of y'all remember, maybe like a couple people that have been watching for a long time. Um, but way back, like when I was like in the middle, like Genesis, bro, I was telling y'all, bro, buy XRP, buy XRP, bro. It's at $2.40 right now, up like probably 20% of, or maybe like 15% from how it was when I said that. But bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, that coin is the future, bro. So yeah, y'all need to uh invest in that. Um, I mean you don't have to, but I'm just putting y'all on. That's something God put on my heart to buy, and like a lot of my savings are in certain cryptocurrencies, like the ISO 2022 stuff. Like, but that's not what this video is about. But yeah, y'all should consider whenever XRP goes down, buy some of that because in the long run, um, I feel like it's going to be very good. I'm not going to get into all the reasoning, but yeah, without further ado, chapter 26, Exodus. Um, let's go right to it. Chapter 26. Yeah, that's what I said, right? Yeah. Moreover, you shall make this the tabernacle. So the last thing we read about, like, it's basically he had to take like every person had to bring certain things, and they're making like all this holy stuff, like the Ark of the Covenant, bro, one of the most famous pieces of history in the entire world, if not the most famous piece of history in the entire world. Tabernacle. I think a tabernacle is like maybe like it's like a room of some sort, but I'm not really too sure. Moreover, you shall make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twin linen and blue and purple and scarlet yarns. You shall make them with cherubim skillfully worked into them. The length of each curtain shall be 28 cubits, and the breadth of each certain 4 cubits. All the curtains shall be the same size. 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another, and the other 5 curtains shall be coupled to one another. And you shall make loops of blue on the edge of the outermost curtain in the first set. Likewise, you shall make loops on the edge of the outermost curtain in the second set. 50 loops you shall make on the one curtain, and 50 loops you shall make on the edge of the curtain that is in the second set. The loops shall be opposite one another. So again, this is just instructions on what they're supposed to do to build stuff coming directly from God. And you shall make 50 claps of gold, clasps of gold, and the other curtains one to the other with the clasps, so that the tabernacle may be a single whole. You shall make curtains of goat's hair for a tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains you shall make, or shall you make. The length of each curtain shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of each curtain 4 cubits. The 11 curtains shall be the same size. You shall couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and the 6th curtain you shall double over at the front of the tent. You shall make 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost in one set, and 50 loops on the edge of the curtain that is outermost on the second set. You shall make 50 clasps. I don't know why I keep reading it like that. Of bronze, and put the clasps into the loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be a single whole. And the part that remains of the curtains of the tent, of the half curtain that remains, shall hang over the back of the tabernacle, and the extra that remains in the length of the curtains, the cubit on one side and the cubit on the other side, shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle, on this side and that side, to cover it. And you shall make for the tent a covering of tanned ram skins, and a covering of goat skins on top. You shall make upright frames for the tabernacle of acacia wood. 10 cubits shall be the length of a frame, and a cubit and a half the breadth of each frame. There shall be 2 tenons in each frame for fitting together. So shall you do all the frames of the tabernacle. You shall make the frames of the tabernacle 20 frames for the south side, and 40 bases of silver you shall make under the 20 frames, 2 bases under one frame for its 2 tenons, and 2 bases under the next frame for its 2 tenons. And for the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, 20 frames, and there 40 bases of silver, 2 bases under one frame, and 2 bases under the next frame. And for the rear of the tabernacle westward, you shall make 6 frames. You shall make 2 frames for corners of the tabernacle in the rear, They shall be separate beneath, but joined at the top at the first ring. Thus shall it be with both of them. They shall form two corners. They shall form the two corners, and there shall be 8 frames with their bases of silver, 16 bases, 2 bases under the frame, under one frame, and 2 bases under another frame. You shall make bars of acacia wood, 5 for the frames of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 for the frames of the other side of the tabernacle. 5 bars for the frames of the side of the tabernacle, at the one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the frames of the sides of the tabernacle near westward. The middle bar halfway up the frames shall run from end to end. You shall overlay the frames with gold, and shall make their rings of gold for holders for the bars, and you shall overlay the bars with gold. Then you shall erect the tabernacle according to the plan for it that you were shown on the mountain. Very, very specific instructions. And you shall make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet yarns. So, like blue, like purple, for instance, like I guess blue too, but purple especially was very like back in the day, like purple was like royalty. Like if you think of like maybe like a crown, like you would think like gold and purple maybe, but um, back in the day, purple was like a very rare material and a very rare dye to get their hands on. So it was considered like uh very expensive. Um, and you shall hang it on 4 pillars. It would basically signal that you're a royalty if you had something that was like purple, basically. Um, sorry guys, hold on. And you shall hang it on 4 pillars of oh, I read that. And with hooks of gold on 4 bases of silver. And you shall hang the veil with the clasps. Jesus. Sorry for using the Lord's name in vain. Shouldn't I gotta work on that. It's something I gotta work on. I'm working on it. Uh, and bring the ark of the testimony in there within the well, and the oh within the veil. Gosh, and the veil shall separate you the holy place from the most holy. You shall put the mercy seat on the ark of the testimony in the most holy place, and you shall set the table outside the veil, and the lampstand on the south side of the tabernacle opposite the table, and you shall put the table on the north side. You shall make a screen for the entrance of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet yarns and fine twined linen, and embroidered with needlework. And you shall make for the screen 5 pillars of acacia and overlay them with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold, and you shall cast 5 bases of bronze for them. Okay. So this is basically like I think they're probably making like the first synagogue. I I would assume. I'm not sure, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Um, but that seems to be what it is. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all support. Love y'all so much. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.